Was it a vision or something in his genes that drove our next guest into the dining business? Rico Lunardi was no stranger to the restaurant industry. His family owned Lunardi's restaurant, but what Rico had in mind was something a little bit different. What started as just a neighborhood pizza shop boomed into a lot more. Today, we meet Rico Lunardi, owner of Slice on Broadway Pizza Franchise. Get ready to hear a saucy story about the little shop that could and did. You're about to be served up a slice of business know-how, and if you're hungry for knowledge, stay tuned for this episode of Masters of Success.
This episode of Masters of Success is brought to you by MillionaireMatch.com, the world's largest millionaire dating service.
Hey, what's up, Rico?
Hey, Eric. Thanks for coming in today.
No, thanks for having us. So I heard so many things about this amazing pizza. Why don't you show me where all the magic happens?
Let's go to the kitchen. We'll do it.
All right, let's go. So we are in your humble abode over here, the place where everything happens, right?
Yeah, Eric. Have you ever made pizza before?
I've never.
Let me give you an
I
apron
like
first.
it. So we got some blood, sweat, and tears in here?
There is flour. You'll end up flour everywhere, but that's all part of the process.
I love it.
So today we're gonna start you off simple.
All right.
We're just gonna do a cheese pizza right now.
That's it?
Just for.
All right, we're starting
I gotta
first?
see your skills first, Eric, before you can actually.
Before I might need a job, right?
Maybe we'll have you tossing some pizzas.
All right.
I don't know if we're gonna serve these ones to a guest just yet, but we'll put you to the challenge. So.
I did wash my hands.
Yes. We're all clean. We're ready to go.
Started there. So what got you into the business? From your parents owned restaurants. So what got you into I want to own multiple pizza shops?
Partly crazy, but I grew up around food. My family, we have a big Italian family. We all cooked.
Big Italian feast,
big Italian. Everyone comes over every Sunday. We cook, eat. I cook for 50 people, and there may only be 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
grew up in that atmosphere where we like to cook, we like to eat. I make the best meatballs and the best sauce.
Really?
No one could argue with me.
That's a pretty big, bold statement, though.
My grandmother may come down and slap me, but
all right. Gotcha.
but hers was good. Mine's better. All right, I'll let you dive in.
All right. So what do we do? Just throw a little flour on it.
Throw some flour on it. Get it so it's not going to be sticking too much.
Okay.
You're gonna kind of just press out. Use your fingers to get the dough started. Form a little crust. Flip it over the other way. Get it going.
All right.
Looks pretty good so far.
You
sure you never did this before? I don't know.
Never did it.
Yeah.
I never made dough before.
So we're gonna get it to a point where we can actually work with it. All right.
Okay.
This is the tricky part. So now we're gonna pick it up,
All right.
and we're gonna start stretching it. So you're just basically taking your hands and pulling apart. You want to keep so we're not stretching the middle too much.
Okay.
You don't want it too thin where it, do you ever have a slice where it flops and all the cheese falls
the
off?
floppy stuff.
Yeah, you don't want that here.
Okay,
We want
gotcha.
a nice crisp slice.
All right.
So we're gonna stretch it, turn it. Yeah.
Okay.
If you get comfortable, you can toss it a little bit. Perfect.
There we
Beautiful.
go.
So we're gonna stretch it.
All right.
Mine's a little stretched a little more than yours. Come on,
I know.
pull it.
So I
Don't
don't
be
want
afraid
to have a big old hold on it.
There you go.
There we go.
I think you might have to work a shift here later
I
today.
know. See.
So now we're gonna sauce it. Our sauce we make in house as well.
Love it. So
we
is that special sauce? Is it locked up in a vault back there?
It is, and if I tell you, I might have to you may never leave here. It's an old secret family recipe. But our philosophy was always to keep it simple, keep it fresh.
I love it.
We use whole pear tomatoes from this great company in California.
Yeah.
We also use ground tomatoes and mix it with some fresh basil and some spices. Real simple.
That's awesome.
But simple makes the best stuff sometimes.
That's fantastic.
So now we're gonna get a nice ladle full.
It smells really good.
Smells are for free here. Everything else you gotta pay for.
Nice.
All right, let's slide these on down here.
All right. Sounds good.
A little closer to the cheese. We're gonna
right.
cheese it up now. A little bit about our cheese. We do a blend of mozzarella and provolone cheese.
Okay.
It's
Gotcha.
a 50-50 blend. The reason why we do that, I feel it adds a little more flavor with the provolone. But based on the different regions in the country, you'll find if you go up to New York, they do for a New York style pizza, they'll do a full mozzarella,
Okay.
straight mozzarella.
Gotcha.
Different areas might, use a little more provolone. They might use cheddar, other
Yeah.
things like that. For us, I like it because it gives a little more bite to the pizza.
Is this part of kind of what separates you guys from your competition as well too? Doing
I
little
think so.
things like this?
Here in Pittsburgh, it's kind of more common. It's something that they're required to with the taste and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
we want it to taste good when our customers will enjoy it, and we think we
100%.
found that.
Yeah, awesome.
So cheese, get the whole pizza. Get it nice and even. One thing, when people make pizzas for the first time, they feel that they got to cover up every square inch of the red.
See, that's what I always thought. I always thought, like, hey, you can't see the red, you only can see the cheese, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you're aware, but cheese melts. So, like,
I just
it'll
got that
cover-
memo.
Yeah.
That's good.
And that's it.
Is it pretty good?
A cheese pizza. We
Okay.
use deck ovens. We run at 550 is usually where the temperature.
How long will it take to kind of cook?
About 7 to 8 minutes. We'll turn it a couple times. We'll get a nice little brown on it. So I'll show you first how it goes
All right.
in. Just let it slide right up.
All right, so what we got to do?
Well, another important part of pizza making, we have to actually watch the oven. It's cooking. We got to give it a turn.
Okay.
Make sure it cooks evenly all the way around.
Gotcha.
So we use our nice little metal peel here, which also is a good weapon if needed ever.
Wow.
We're gonna open up our oven,
This cooked pretty good.
give it a nice little cook. You see how the dough is rising,
I love it.
and we're just gonna give it kind of a quarter turn. See how it's a little darker
Yeah,
on the
absolutely.
back side? It's hotter in the back of the oven,
Okay.
so we want to give it a turn. That's
Just bit.
We only have a couple more minutes, and we're gonna pull those out.
Gotcha. Check this out. If you were a master of your business and your finances, but not so much of your love life, you have to be really careful on who you date nowadays. You might meet someone that's not on your same level. Well, we have a solution for you. It's called MillionaireMatch.com. They find the right individual for you that's on the same level as you. Because they've been around for 20 years, they take their site very, very seriously in finding the right match for you. So what are you waiting for? Hop on the website today, MillionaireMatch.com.
Well, as my role as the Director of People, Processes, and Leadership at Slice on Broadway, I get to work very intimately and close with Rico. And in fact, we have a relationship that spans back 30 years, where we used to work together when I was in college and Rico was a high school student. And going clear back to those days, Rico's work ethic was just unmatched. He's just very passionate. He works very hard. He's always on the clock. But he's a very likable and affable person. He's very nice to people. He's very nice to customers, to his employees, to just everyone around him. I've never met a person that said a bad word about him. So I think his work ethic and the fact that he's just such a charming person is what makes him successful.
Hey, my name's Tracy. I'm currently the Director of Purchasing for Slice on Broadway, but I've been with Rico as a manager and in other capacities for about 8 years. I stick with him, and I feel like he's a successful guy because he has a clear vision of what he wants to do with his shop, with his food. He realizes that he needs a good team around him to make all of that possible, so he's really good to us. He's a great leader. He's never afraid to get in there and do what needs to get done during a shift, after a shift, on the weekend, what have you. He's really there for us, and in turn, we're there for him. And as a group, I think we'll continue to grow from here on out.
All right.
Looking good.
So this is our pizzas. You always want to just give them a little check.
That's looking really good.
I think they look delicious.
Absolutely.
Yours, I don't know. Might look a little better than mine in this case.
don't
Might have
know.
been a little nervous.
Maybe a little more.
This is my
cheese.
first one I ever made.
Yeah, I know, right?
Today,
That's
anyways.
good. That's good. Today.
All right.
So you cut it up. So how many slices? So we're making a large. How many slices do you do? Because normally New York's bigger,
big
right?
slices. We do a 20-inch pie, and that's all of our shops have a big display case where we have plain pizza, pepperoni, white pizzas, sausage, all different toppings and stuff like that, where you can come in and pick, and they're nice big slices.
Yeah.
For our
nice.
pizzas that we're serving to go, we do slice them in 12, which is another kind of Pittsburgh thing.
Gotcha.
If you were in New York, every pizza's cut in 8. So
gotcha.
we'll cut this one up like we normally do.
All right.
You can just listen. We'll be real quiet for a second.
All right.
Ready? You hear that?
Hey, crisp.
That's just like
That's
the
so
sound of beauty right there.
Absolutely.
Cut it in half. Cutting a pizza isn't very difficult, you would
Yeah.
think, but some
North,
people-
south, east, west,
yeah,
and
some
then
people
just go
struggle.
in the middle.
So 12. We're gonna give it a small
Okay.
cut there. Another one here, and just keep rotating. All right, I'll let you give it a try.
All right, let's try. Wait, the sound, right?
The sound. Everybody be quiet.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect. Beautiful.
There we go. We're gonna go a little off.
professional.
There we go. Yeah, I screwed up. So
Nah, it's all right, because if you're not, see, the thing that's nice about this is,
for the people that want a small slice,
yeah, you know, after you ate half the pizza, you just want a little bit more.
Just a little bit more?
That's your slice right there. It's perfect.
Love it.
Cheers.
Good undercarriage.
Yeah, beautiful undercarriage. Cheers.
Really good.
Delicious.
That's really good.
I mean, of course, I'm gonna say that. What do you think?
It's really good.
The best one you've ever had. That's enough. You don't have to
It's the
say
best
anymore.
one I've ever had. So this pizza is amazing. So advertising. So how do you get the word out there for this amazing pie?
We use many different forms. I still firmly believe that word of mouth is one of the strongest ones.
Okay.
I mean, you can tell you tasted it, so
Oh,
now
yeah.
hopefully you're going to go tell your friends, they're going to
Absolutely.
tell their friends. But we still have to adapt and change. We use social media is really big. We have a lot of followers on our Instagram account. We do posts every day. For some of our locations, we do mailing still.
Gotcha.
Text message marketing,
Yeah,
things of that
absolutely.
nature. It all depends. Like our original locations has an older demographic, so we do a lot of print mail. They like to have that.
Yeah.
One of our other locations is near a college campus. They like the online and the social aspect of things.
QR code, scan,
QR
whatever
codes,
else,
yeah.
whatever else is simple and easy to make it fast for them.
And you just gotta, see what's working, what's not. Sometimes, as we grow, we have to see, what the return on for our investment.
Yeah.
Mostly, and see if it
Absolutely.
works. It can be expensive at times. Like if you want to get a billboard, it's like, it could be like $30,000 for the month or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's
But
a
is it
lot.
going to be effective? Is it going to drive in sales?
What's your ROI on
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
Exactly. So even like whenever you're talking about all the advertising aspects, whenever you started, did you have like a mentor that kind of helped and guided you along the way whenever you had your first shop?
At the beginning of it, a lot of it was trial and error. But as far as mentors and stuff, I mean, there's such a big pizza community that we all bounce things off each other. I'm in a lot of different pizza groups. And even though we're competing with each other, we still ask each other questions.
That's good. Because you think like all the competition, I mean, there's a pizza place everywhere, right?
Yeah. We're not, throwing, pizza torpedoes in any of our competition. We're all friends. It's like, I let somebody use our mixer once when their mixer broke.
Yeah.
And we ask what works for them and what doesn't. And everybody's unique and different to where it may work for you, it may not work for me, or vice versa.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's the biggest thing. I mean, mentors, there's so many great pizza makers in the country. We go to competitions and I get to meet with a lot of these people. And again, it's bouncing ideas off each other to see what works and what doesn't.
So when you're talking about mentors, even whenever I was kind of starting into a business, whenever you start the entrepreneurial lifestyle, I was always told and explained to me like it's like jumping into a pool full of cold water and you want to get out immediately. The longer you're in that, you warm up to it and you kind of get more comfortable. Was that kind of like how you went from your one shop to your second shop and more?
Yeah, I mean, we first started, which was 14 years ago now.
Yeah.
That first one, it's like having your first kid.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to be the end of the world. Like you work from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, and it's never going to end. And you got to keep pushing through that every single time. Then when I opened up the second shop, I was like, wait, that first one wasn't that bad. So as you keep looking back, it looks easy, but we keep challenging ourselves and continuing to open up more locations and it's a new challenge every day, but as long as you enjoy it, it doesn't seem so much like work every single day.
Biggest challenge of owning a restaurant, what would you say?
Biggest challenge, it's just a constant changing environment. I mean, you always got to be sensitive to prices, to what you're paying your employees, to finding help. I'm lucky we have 65 employees now, and we have
That's awesome.
a lot that have been with us for a very long time.
And that's probably changed before COVID and after COVID now as well too, huh?
Dealing with COVID, that was a whole thing that we had to adapt and change throughout the whole process. For us, luckily, we were already equipped with takeout and delivery, so it wasn't that big of an issue to do that. But we were busier, actually.
Thrive through it.
Yeah, we were actually really busy. Because pizza, it's universal. It feeds everybody. Everybody, you can make everyone in your family happy. Plus, you can feed a whole family for $20.
Yeah, awesome.
Which is hard to do nowadays.
Yeah, very, very hard to do.
Yeah. So it's always constantly adapting and changing, and being consistent and always being true to what your product is too. We haven't changed much in 14 years. I mean, we've made things better by using better products that we found.
Yeah.
We made things, refine our process. in terms of our dough making and things like that. As we learn, we grow, but we still keep it the same.
Well, I want to take one of these pies and go sit down and talk a little bit more. Is that cool?
Come walk on. That's good.
All right, awesome. Let's go.
Yep.
When it comes to dating, I'm looking for a guy that's intelligent and hardworking.
Successful and ambitious.
Ooh, and kids. I want kids.
I like someone more mature.
Someone a little nerdy.
A man who could be my best friend.
And a solid partner.
Don't waste your time on other sites. Millions of high-quality ladies are looking for a man like you on Millionaire Match.
I'm ready to find my true love.
MillionaireMatch.com. Join now. Don't wait. Join now for free. Must be 18 years of age or over to join.
I absolutely love this place. Every time I walk in, they know my name right off the bat. They know what I want. The pizza is great and amazing. And I have no complaints about this place. I choose this place more than any other pizza place in town.
So Rico, I love your atmosphere. So just tell me a little bit briefly about your decor here. This is very unique. I love it.
Yeah, all of our shops, as we continue to open up more, we, again, just like our pizza, we always take it to the next level.
Yeah.
We have a small design and marketing company that we work with.
Awesome.
We became really good friends of ours. They designed this beautiful mural we also use elements of it in our other marketing materials. So when we do something for social media, when we do something for our direct mailing and things of that nature, we use parts of the mural. So it makes you feel like that was one of our things. We wanted to be a mom and pop place in a neighborhood place.
You said these are all your employees, right?
Yeah, these are all
Especially
my
the guy
employees.
right back here.
Yeah, right.
Gotcha. Awesome.
No, but we try to incorporate different elements of this mural and make it feel inviting when you come in and feel part of the community. In that sense.
That's awesome. So even when going back into your community and back into whenever you were a kid growing up in the restaurant business, so your family owned an Italian restaurant, is that right?
Yep. I was a little older when we had it. The biggest thing my parents always wanted us to get an education and go to school and have something. And then they ended up opening up a restaurant. So I have 3 sisters. We all worked in the restaurant, but we all had our full-time jobs still too. Nice. My dad didn't want us to leave our jobs. My background was in IT.
Nice.
I had an IT job, and then I would go to work and then come help out at the restaurant.
That's
and
cool.
Started with waiting on tables, washing dishes.
Washing dishes in the back.
And then eventually, just like any small business, you need help in the kitchen. You're back there, tossing, pasta, making chicken parms.
Yeah.
We had pizza on the menu there too.
So what made so your family was in the restaurant business, of an Italian restaurant, but what made you go to a pizza shop?
So when I look back, I didn't think we'd end up where we are today.
Yeah.
It was just something I always enjoyed. Where our family restaurant was ironically where my parents grew up, which used to be, a real small little community in Pittsburgh. I was mostly made up of Italian and Irish families. So everyone knew each other, so it was perfect setting for my family to open up this restaurant. Right down the street, there was a building available, and I'm like, that'd be a perfect place for a pizza shop.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd give it a try, and it started off, we knew what we were doing in terms of recipe and development and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But getting the word out there, and it just started to take off and get busier.
So whenever you first started getting into the business, what have been some of your biggest hurdles that you kind of had to overcome with owning pizza shops?
At first, it's adjusting to how long the hours are. I would work from the time I woke up till the time you go to sleep.
Yeah.
And even though you're enjoying the process and learning it, it's still very tiring at first. And
how early do you guys get in? So you open up at 11 o'clock, I think, here, right?
Yeah, usually we'll get there about 8 or 9, and then you'll be there till about 11 o'clock at night. So that's a long day when you're doing it 7 days a week. Yeah. And at the beginning, we had originally a couple employees. It was myself, a friend of mine, and then as you grow, obviously you get more help and stuff like that. My family helped out a lot. My sisters, some of them.
I got to meet your son.
Yeah, my son works now. He's 16 now. He works in one of the pizza shops.
That's awesome.
So, it's getting over those hurdles and learning about at the beginning I did all the accounting stuff myself.
Yeah.
I did. You do your advertising yourself because you don't have a lot of money to, go pay this big accounting firm or this big ad firm to do these things. You have to be creative. And be able to reinvest your money back into the business to help grow it.
Because even still, when we were talking about advertising before, even say Dave Portnoy from like was Barstool,
Yeah.
like so he was always come and always like check the undercarriage and hold the actual slice and everything else like that too. And so with that did you ever have him at one of your places kind of like review you?
Dave, if you're listening, come out.
Uh-oh, he's calling you out.
Best pizza. Yeah. No, I mean, but stuff like that's awesome. I mean, in this day and age, there's obviously a lot of social media influencers, and obviously he's not necessarily in that category, but those things can really make or break your business sometimes.
Absolutely.
At the very beginning, we did win a local through one of the news stations. They had Best Pizza of Pittsburgh, and we beat out a lot of pizza shops that are actually around for years, and that kind of put us on the map. Too.
There's some iconic places in Pittsburgh, you know.
And it put us on the map. And there are a lot of great pizza places here in Pittsburgh and across the country. And what makes us a little different is how we treat every customer coming in. To me, it's about, you obviously have to have a good product, else they're not going to come in.
Yeah.
But it goes above and beyond that to where they have to, have a good experience. Treat them nice. We know a lot of our customers by name. We know what they order. We know what they like, how they like it.
Yeah,
it's important.
So there's a couple competitions that you said you were part of here, and then were you in a competition in Vegas?
Yeah.
From what I heard.
Once you start learning about the pizza world, there's a lot more behind the scenes that people don't realize. There's one of the biggest in the country is the International Pizza Competition, Pizza Expo. It's held in Las Vegas every year, where people from all over the country come. All over the world, there's people from Italy, China, all competing.
So it's like Chicago and New York style. Are they always button heads? Or are they always bubbling?
In the competition, they have different categories. They have like traditional, non-traditional. They have like pan pizza and stuff like that.
Okay.
I started competing probably about 4 years ago, and have done pretty well. Haven't got first yet, but last year we were 5th overall for best cheese.
But still, how many like?
There was 530 some competitors in the last competition.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and again, anyone can sign up. So people will talk a little, bust your chops a little bit about like, oh, you were 5th. It wasn't every pizza shop, but I'm like, you're welcome to come compete.
Absolutely,
bring it.
No, that's fantastic.
There's even I'm part of the U.S. Pizza team now, which is
really What's that?
The U.S. Pizza team is different. People in the pizza industry that are influences in either through competing or through their efforts that they've done with their business. They invite you on their team, and then you compete in different international and national events.
Interesting. Gotcha. So it's not like where it's like U.S. soccer is always going to suck against Italy or whatever else, right?
No, but it's fun. I mean, they do have a big competition in Italy. They do that, and there's one in Naples, and there's one in Parma. I haven't been to those yet. I'm hoping in the next couple of years to be able to go to that. It's a fun event. You obviously compete. You can win money, get a nice trophy. But it's about the experience that you're talking to other pizza shop owners and people
learn
like
their
yourself.
secrets a little bit as well too, and
exactly.
kind of take from little bits and pieces.
Yeah, but they sometimes they won't give you their full secrets, but they'll give you a little detail that you can go back and make some changes and make your product better.
I love it. So we were talking about your employees too. You have a lot of great people here, and so do you have like a lot of long-term employees that's been with you a long time, or just is a lot of turnover? What is it?
Yeah, we have been very fortunate over the years. We have about 65 employees now, and probably there's about 10 that have been here over 10 years.
That's awesome.
And then probably about the next group would be people who have been here about 3, 4, or 5 years. And obviously my success depends on their success, being successful employees, being happy employees. I can't grow without it. I mean, when I had one pizza shop, obviously I was doing a lot myself, but in order to expand and grow, we have to have people we can rely on and count on. And we have that. As we get bigger, we're trying to develop more training processes and programs. But sometimes we just fly by the seat of our pants. I mean, sometimes you just got to be able to be like, all right, here's what we're doing today.
You have to be a little bit flexible.
Yeah, and obviously, we want everything to be consistent and be the same. So we're working towards that. That's our next goal as we expand. But it's important.
That's really good. Do you do certain things for your employees to keep the longevity out of them, like any kind of bonus structures or 401k?
I lock them in the basement, and
that's good.
I
that's
tie
awesome.
them down.
And you beat them with that big pan,
right?
I
beat them. No. But we try to attract people. We are still, we have 6 locations, but we're still mom and pop oriented. But we're still also very corporate oriented as well. We offer benefits. We pay 50% of them for our managers and a portion of them for our regular employees. We have a 401k with a match, which is still in process.
I mean, most pizza shops you talk to, they don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but we offer paid time off, and we're trying to look at different ways to attract more people, but also keep people. We try to, when we hire, of course you have your college kids that just work, when they're off in the summer or maybe on breaks.
Absolutely.
But we do have a lot of employees. We want them to understand that this can be a career, and as we grow, there's opportunities that may may come up. Like we have a couple people that work just in the office now.
Yeah.
Looking.
Okay.
We have a HR director. We have a director of purchasing. Things like that.
That's important stuff, though.
Yeah. So as we grow, I want those employees to understand that they can grow with us. But it's not going to happen overnight.
Absolutely.
But you can make a career out of it, and the industry is bigger than what people understand, and there's a lot to it. For us even to do something like this today, it gives opportunities.
No, that's good. I mean, so have you ever had like a bad experience with an employee and had to fire them? Then you go back and maybe did you regret it, or was it like, no, that was the right move?
You try not to live in regret. Usually it happens for a reason why we let somebody go. I can be very lenient. Sometimes people mistake my kindness for weakness, and I give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But do I regret it? Probably not, because if we got to that point, I don't. But there's always a second chance if somebody deserves it, and they can come back here and work, because I want it to work, because it's I want them to be happy. I want them to be able to grow with us, and if it doesn't work out, then we just shake hands and walk away.
Absolutely. That's really good. So, from being in business myself, like I was always told you have to have a really good quality accountant. Not like an accountant where you have to have a CPA accountant, but someone that holds you accountable. So you can always throw off different ideas, maybe some suggestions, and they will not give you any BS. Like they're going to be truthful. Do you have someone like that you can bounce, honest ideas off of?
My wife.
Okay, that's good.
She
cracks you in the whip and beats you with that pan in the back.
Beats me. My family, they're really important. I bounce things off them. Good. I've always been one to do a lot myself, and as I grow, in order to grow and get bigger, you have to rely on people to do these other things.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to step back and allow them to do what I ask them to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's important, but. It's still just like you keep learning as you go, and allow people to help you out with it.
So what kind of advice would you give someone that's just starting out to maybe have hopes and dreams of starting their own pizza shop? What would you kind of say to them?
You have to enjoy it. That's number one.
Awesome.
Some people will open up. You see a lot of restaurants fail, and I think part of the reason why is because they don't realize that the time commitment that's involved with it.
Yeah.
The time and the work. And at first, it's not like you might make the best, pizza or pie or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And your family and friends are like, oh, you should open up a place, do it. And then you do it, and then you realize that you have to do that every day, consistently, and people may not come flooding through your doors because they don't know you exist. Yes, so it takes time. So that's why you see a lot of restaurants within the first 5 years fail, and sometimes they are successful, but they just are like, this isn't for me. So you have to make sure it's for you. Go if you have a friend that has a place, go work there. If you're going to start your own, go.
Absolutely. Just an intern, right, for a company.
Yeah.
Like you're
just
I want to get into this, but like
even if you were to go somewhere, go. If you were going to go get another job somewhere, you learn about the company first. So you want to do your research. Obviously they say location. It is true. If you want to be successful right away. Where our first location was, we weren't in a high location, so it did rely on us getting the word out and spreading something like that. So, there's many different ways, and people just have to learn how to. Again, I keep saying adapt and change.
I think there's like so much smoke and mirrors with social media nowadays, and everyone's like, I just made $1 million selling this little thing or whatever else, and it's like it doesn't work like that. It's like blood, sweat, and tears, and hustle and grind goes into the back end.
And that's what I had 14 years of.
That's awesome, man. That's really good. So, last question before we wrap it, and I'm going to go eat some more pizza. Do you only eat your own pie?
I do not, but I'm very, very, very picky. I have a lot of friends around us here in Pittsburgh and across the country, and I like to try a different pizza. I'm not eating some of the chain places. I will turn my nose away from them, but I like to eat different styles. My favorite style is a New York style, so I tend to lean. It was Friday night at our house. I ordered somebody else's pizza, a friend of mine.
As long as you're supporting other friends, though, right?
Yeah, but I walk it in through my back door, so my neighbors don't see. They're like, he's eating somebody else's pizza. We hide the pizza boxes.
Nice.
Nah, but it is. I mean, again, sometimes you are just trying to see what the competition has to offer.
Absolutely.
And, when you hear somebody talk about it, you gotta check it out because there's always room. Even though we have a great product, there's always room for improvement.
No, 100%. Well, I really appreciate your time here today and allowing us to come into your home and feed us some amazing pie. This is really good. But I really appreciate your time.
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
We'll see you around the boat.
Yeah, we'll be here.
All right.
When it comes to dating, I'm looking for a guy that's intelligent and hardworking.
Successful and ambitious.
Ooh, and kids. I want kids.
I like someone more mature.
Someone a little nerdy.
A man who could be my best friend.
And a solid partner.
Don't waste your time on other sites. Millions of high-quality ladies are looking for a man like you on Millionaire Match.
I'm ready to find my true love.
MillionaireMatch.com. Join now. Don't wait. Join now for free. Must be 18 years of age or over to join.
Just like that, it's a wrap, or a hoagie, or a calzone, or a salad, and that's exactly what I'm going to have after we're wrapping here today. So we want to thank Slice on Broadway and Rico Lunardi for his entire team and all of his invaluable information that he gave us here today to help with his business growing for another 10 plus years down the line. Well, we want to thank you so much for watching our episode here today. I'm Eric Wenning with Masters of Success.
Are you ready to elevate your advertising game? Then level up your business with Television Ad Group, the ultimate advertising partner, connecting you with your ideal customers in a whole new way. Whether you're looking for the bold impact on TV, the endless options of streaming, or the vast reach of social media, we've got you covered with targeted advertising customized just for your brand. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let Television Ad Group be the key to your success.